This is a video of the NYPD failing yet another human being his life, as they failed my niece Briana Ojeda 2 years ago by not performing CPR. This video was shot about a month after my niece passed away because an NYPD officer did not know CPR and could not help. The video you're about to see is a little graphic, I must warn, but it's the truth. I went to Channel 7 with this video, but for some reason or another they never told this story. I feel that this video must be put out and will show the lack of what's the word I'm looking for? The lack of humanity that the NYPD has for saving lives.
Look what I just ran into. The guy collapses on the basketball court. The first persons to respond is a detective and a cop. They don't do nothing until the firemen come. Now that the firemen are here, the firemen are performing CPR. The cops did not perform no CPR on the guy. Now, the last one to receive here was the ambulance. The ambulance were the last ones to come. Yes, sir. Thank you. The cops did nothing. They just stood there looking at this guy collapsed on the floor. Then a detective came. He did nothing. That was the first cop on the scene, this guy right here. He didn't do nothing. He just called it in while the guy was laying on the floor. The second guy was an undercover cop, which is right there with the hoodie. He also did nothing. Not only until the fire truck came and they started performing CPR on the guy. The cops did not perform CPR. That's why Briana's law must be passed. Now EMS has arrived, I believe 15 minutes after the guy collapsed on the floor. And now they're fighting for his life. If this hits the news, this is why Briana's law must be passed. Briana is my niece. She died about a month ago. That's her. She died about a month ago because a cop did not perform CPR, did not help. Look what's happening now. Again, the cops did nothing, just stood there. This guy right here stood there doing nothing, just looking at the guy and called it in. The guy behind him right there with the gray hair, with his hand on his belt, also did nothing. They did no CPR. Now they just want everybody out of here. What's happening? I'm recording this. No, but give the guy a little privacy. I understand it.
At this point, I stopped the video. If you look at the video again, you'll see that the man on the floor had urinated on himself. That happened when the cop, the only help that he gave him was to grab his two hands and drag him. And when he did so, that's when the guy urinated on himself. I found out a week later that the guy that they were trying to save died. He was in his mid to late 30s, and it's just a shame. That cop that first showed up on the scene got there within 2 minutes of the guy falling down and could have saved his life. Instead, someone else from New York died due to the lack of cops not performing CPR, not being recertified. It's a shame. Shame on you, NYPD. Shame on you.